All right, everyone, I'm back in with the quarter hunt this time. So, got actually per se two boxes. That's a $500 box, but they took them out. They needed to hold the box. And instead of having the box, they gave me this bag, this orange bag here. So, which is nice, handles and everything, which is nice because in Colorado, we swapped over to doing basically a $10 or 10 cents, $10 a plastic bag now. So now in Walmart you won't have any plastic bags anymore. You have to use these orange bags or recycling bags, so forth, so on, to be able to do something. Anyhow, so it's a nice exchange, be able to get that for free. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the open rolls first, and then I'll move on to the box next. But bring you in when I find something, and hopefully I get some W's, some silver, some DDOs, DDRs. It'd be nice to get, like, say, a couple of DDOs and DDRs. I'm going to be putting together a PCGS order here in the next couple of days, so I definitely want to have at least another 2 or 3 coins. Would be nice to add in there. I do have, I think, 6 coins so far that I'm going to submit, and then I'll bring you in a later video with that. But as per se, let's go ahead and start on these. They are circulated. There is a couple of 2023s in there, which I need to look through. I do need a 2023 Philadelphia to fill in from the album. But we'll go ahead and get started on these rolls here. Okay, so I still got a couple of rolls there left. What, 100 to probably 270? Yeah, $270 left. So I've got the bicentennial stacked here. Possible varieties that are stacked here. I've got to look at the 2000. It's a Philadelphia and Denver minted coin there. I want to say it's the 2022s. Got to look at those. These right here are definitely going to be something cool. This one's a nice little actual. Here, let's see. So this is if I can hold on to it. 1994, really good condition. Got a little circulation wear on there. Same thing with the reverse. It's beautiful for 1994. This one here is going to have a lamination there for sure. You can definitely tell around the neck, around the head there. It's a little bit more indented in on the front side of the nose here. You can see it's missing some metal there. But I wanted to get into it here a little later when I get the varieties going. After I search all the $500 worth. This is going to be the 65 through the 71D possibly there. And then that's a 2009, what is it, Yunke? 2009. So these are a little tougher to find, and especially in the Philadelphia. And I keep a little roll of them. Once I get a full roll, I won't start stacking them as much. But anyhow, that's definitely one I need to put in my roll there. Just popped another roll here. Looks like a little brass. Probably a foreign coin is going to be in here. Haven't checked it out just yet. Might be a token. It is a token. Huh, nice. Namco Arcade. Yep. That's cool. I actually have one of these Namco tokens. I want to say I did some metal detecting and I popped it out of the ground, but that's going to be a definite miscellaneous. Let's keep running through these. Down to our last $80 in quarters there, but I did pull an NIFC basically. So the San Francisco Mint you see there, just below "In God We Trust" there. San Francisco Mint is not a proof. Got a nice reeded edge on there. So I think it's going to be the 2016 Shoney. Nice quarter. I don't think I have the NIFC for that one. Need to check. But this might be one for the album for sure. Now I do have all of these sets to complete the parks and the state quarters from the mint sets and so forth, so on, but it is really nice to be able to go through the rolls and be able to collect all of the album quarters through the rolls. So I want to say I don't have but a handful of these left possibly, but yeah, that's definitely a keeper. Put that one up here for these other here's. And I did add quite a few more of the bicentennial quarters there. A lot to look for the DDO on the obverse of it as DDO, but I added a couple more variety quarters, and then looks like a couple more of the 65 through 71s on there. So got $80 more on here, and if I find something, I'll bring it back in. But if not, I'll probably jump into the full stint of going through all of this to get it knocked out and see if we have anything variety-wise in here. Okay, I went ahead and went through all the bicentennial and everything I had stacked up here. I have 2 coins here that I'm definitely going to show you. Now, these are the token. That's going to be the NIFC, and that's going to be that El Yunca 2012 Philadelphia coin. A little bit of, I think it's only, what, I'm not even going to guess. I thought it was like 8 million, 12 million or something like that minted. And a lot of the quarters, they have like 55, 57, 64 million minted of. So anyhow, I know it's a lower mintage, but I did flip up that 1994D, that really nice 1994D that came out of the box. Definitely want to hold on to, yeah. But as I mentioned, so this here is going to be the 2022 Philadelphia. It's got a little ring of death you see around the edge there. But it stood out to me because if you see right up under our armpit, right there where the E is coming through, I didn't know what that was. And actually, I looked along the wings, the wing here and the wing on the far edge there, that it wasn't as much as it was on the other 2021 Ps. Anyhow, let me just go ahead and show you what I'm looking at. So this right here, so there's something going on up here. And I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but back whenever these quarters came out originally, there was a quarter that sold for several $1,000s, and it looked like it had a twig in its mouth. Now this one right here, basically this is the beak of the bird where it is behind her. So this right here would almost be like the twig itself, but the twig originally was running up and down instead of, well, the twig was a bit running this way, it wasn't running this way. Anyhow, but there is something going on here. There's a die crack across the top of this. There's some wording. I don't know if it's some wording or not coming across here. And the bigger giveaway is whenever you come down here below her. That's up underneath her. I'm not sure what it is. Like, it's a big chunk coming across here. It goes up and it turns back in, but I'm not sure what this is. I've tried turning the quarter sideways, looking at the extra feathers possibly. I don't think anything stamped on the inside of her dress line or anything like that. I'm not for sure. Like I say, I looked at it for quite a while. I turned it around, looked on the obverse of it to see if there was anything different on there. I think it's a die clash. I think it's definitely something going on with it, but I'm not positive of what that could be. Like I say, maybe it's some lettering. I'm just not for sure, but definitely something I've never seen before on a quarter. Yeah, anyhow, something new to me for sure. It's not in the best of shape, but yet again, if you can identify it without even putting it in, I saw this without even putting it under the scope. I just, when I was going through the quarters, I just saw that bottom tip hanging out. I was like, does she have armpit hair? And then too, I guess if I turn it back over on the obverse too, there's a massive die chip right there in the mouth. So that's another giveaway that I wanted to pull this out too. So let's see if we can see anything on here. Nothing on the hair. No kind of clash on this side. No. The guy we trust is there. The hairline's there. The neck. Yeah, like I said, I'm not for sure. But definitely a keeper. Definitely going to hold off to the side. This is 1965. Decent shape. And these 1965s will have a DDO or a DDR. This one's going to have a DDO. Now you can see right here on the E, how it's stamped on the inside of the E, stamped across here. Let's go on over to the R. A little tough to see in the R. I'm not getting the best of it, but anyhow, inside of the ridge of the R, inside of here, it's stamped over again. Come across to the B, the same thing with the B. You see the inside of the B. I don't think it's on the L or the I. But anyhow, if you move down here, you get it straight. The R, the T, the N's the same way. And I had one not too long ago. That was a 1965 DDO. You can definitely see with the N and I also. Here's the high end tucked in on the edge there. So pretty sure there's going to be a DDO. Let's move down here to the date and see. There was one more identifier. See the 5? You can see the 5 on the inside here. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be a DDO. I turned it on the back, and it's worse for wear on the back, but probably XF40 condition. Doesn't have much breast feathers there, but still has quite a bit of detail still. So definitely going to flip that up and have it as a DDO. All right, well, that's that first 500. Let's jump into that next 500. All right, looking at about 32 rolls in the box still here. So I did put everything from the first box in the flips there. I've got 2. All right, so the first quarter here, I actually got it out of the second roll, I want to say. So normal wear, normal edges, you'll see look like that. They're round, they're beat up, they're torn into. You see how pretty torn up it is. So this one here is basically where it was machined and it wasn't reeded. It looks like you could barely see some of the reeding might have been on there previously prior, or probably barely tipped or touched, but the sides are all like, I ain't gonna say octagon, but they're slanted. They got some slant to them, like it was trying to be smushed on there, but the reed isn't on there. I'd actually went through a dime hunt not too long ago and had the same thing on there. And I want to say too that the quarter itself is a little thicker than what most of the quarters are in the box. Just an oddity. That's going to be a Philadelphia minted 2000 version, which there were a lot of defects in the 1999, 2000, 2001 quarter making. So I'll put that one off to the side there for like I said, for something to look at. I was just using this as an example. Got a few bicentennial pulled out of here. I've got 1 variety that I need to check on, and then 3 possible upgraders for my album. Beautiful, gorgeous ones. I'm still looking for the Wisconsin Philadelphia version with that extra leaf. It's right there left of the stalk there. There'd be a high or low leaf. Haven't found it yet. Definitely a bucket lister. But I did find W quarter. And you see the previews right here on the edge. So that means it's going to be a 2020. Let's see what we got. National Park, American Samoa. So we did get a W quarter. So we didn't get skunked on our W quarter run so far. I want to say it was only one time or one video that I've actually done out of probably 70 videos, 80 videos of coin hunts that I didn't get a W. So we'll keep that one still alive. We still got this one here, and as I mentioned, 32 more rolls. So down to 15 rolls. I did add a nice 1982 Denver there on the far end there. So I had another bicentennial. Definitely going to be possibly a die chip in the hat there for the 2021. I want to say it's 2021 Philadelphia. And then added another possible upgrader right there for the Nebraska quarter. And the reason why I'm only using the one hand, not point out much, because I'm holding a roll here. You see right there, that looks silver. So it's pretty flat. Possibly not a 64. Gonna be a Denver mint mark. 1956. Definitely silver. Not foreign either, so that's pretty nice. Man, that's actually a thick looking quarter to me though. That's cool though. Wow. Well, we got silver out of the box, so basically coming to it yet again, we're basically filling the board. So we've got silver, you've got a variety, you've got oddities, you've got, there's going to be the W quarter there. Then you got, like I said, the DDOs. Then you got another NIFC. So the NIFC is what I missed out last bucket lister video that I had. So there's the NIFC to have it done. So basically, we have just filled the board. Oh, I'm going to take it back. we would have filled the board if one of these upgrade in the album. Let's just say that for sure. So anyhow, we did get a silver out of there, and we still got a bunch more rolls left to go. Hopefully we squeeze out another one. That will do it for box number 2. So I did add another bicentennial, and added another variety to here. Added actually 3 or 4 more nicer upgrades that I was going to look at, especially that other Wisconsin there. I didn't have anything other than the 70 and 71 Denvers there. And yeah, other than the W, the silver, and so forth, so on. So let me go ahead and run through these, and I will bring you back in for a wrap-up. Okay, I searched through everything that was on the table here, so I did flip it all up. I do have a couple of binders out. I was wanting to show y'all how I place and what it looks like and so forth, so on. Let's go ahead and knock this one out the way. This is the 2021 Philadelphia. So every time you see a video, every time you see somebody playing around with the Philadelphia, not the Denver, the Philadelphia one, there you're looking for is going to be a die chip in top of the hat up here. This one here, I was basically just going to show you, post and pre what it looks like. So let's get this one up here. So there's nothing in the hat. Sometimes you'll have a chip that goes to the top of the hat here, and it comes around. It barely touches the bottom side of the E, and it closes back over this way. It'd be a nice little chip here. There's some that I've seen that it goes from the tip of the hat here all the way through the middle of the E, touches the P, and comes back on this side of the hat here. Whatever you want to call it, hat, cap. I mean, I'm just calling it a hat. So anyhow, this is what it's going to look like pre the chip. And then this one here is probably one of the better ones. I do have a bigger one. I got to find it out of the other album, but it's just another chip that sits here. I know I have another one. I have another one that actually touches the E and goes to the tip of the E here. Basically, just a huge chip that sits right here. There is kind of more chips that are scattered around the coin itself. You just have to look. There's one on the end right there. But basically just scattered all over the coin once you have one of those, because it just didn't come out right in the process. So this is one of the ones that I do have in my binder. I just pulled it out to show you as an example. So I mentioned to you about the 1994 Denver. So I have it flipped up. We do have the Namco coin, the Namco play coin. There's a 2012 Philadelphia El Yunque. This is a 1982 Denver. They didn't make a whole ton of these. This one's in pretty decent shape. It's got a little glimmer to it, a little luster still. So wanted to hold on to it. I do have a roll of those. That's going to be the 1956 silver Denver. So then we move over to the other attribute, the other thing that folks are looking for nowadays, die chip on the lip. This one here was in the last box there also. So do have the big die chip on the lip there. If you scroll up, got a little bit on the nose. Come down here just a hair, got a little bit on the neckline there. Basically, these die chips are everywhere. A little bit on the forehead, as you see there. So pretty much everywhere on this coin, I'm going to hold it off. Usually if it's got just a smidge of a die chip right there in the lip, a lot of the times I won't even mess with them. But if it's got that much die chippage going around the edge, around the lips and so forth so on, I will pull it out and flip it up. So we did get that 2020W, and we got that 2016 S NIFC. So you will have an S that's NIFC, not intended for circulation. These are actually put in coin rolls in circulation basically for coin collectors. They call them NIFC, but they're definitely for the coin collectors out there who pass by one of these. This isn't proof. It's not silver. So it will go on the album in a slot that I need it for. So move on over to the no read at the mint. I'm going to call it no read at the mint, being that the edging of it, this one was the flat edging around it. You could barely see what would have been some of the read that's on there. But I showed you a little bit earlier. In the flip, it's a little tougher to see. Reverse die clash. This is going to be the one that has, I say the armpit hair there, but it's basically going to be a clash that's on the right side from the bird's beak all the way down here to the bottom side of the E there. So pretty cool to have a little clash there. Don't have very many of them. That's going to be the 1965 DDO. I had it flipped up. And then 2 album fillers, which They barely, I would say, barely upgraded, but barely to me is, you know, it's possibly one grade, possibly two grades. So, so as you see here, I have, it's a little different system that I do. I don't write down all the information of the coin. I'll just go through there and write 2006P. And in the red book, whenever you go from Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco NIFC, San Francisco proof, and then San Francisco silver. So they can all go in order through there and you can have them all slotted. But only thing I do in my books, I'll do PDS, like S as NIFC, or S proof or S silver, whichever one I can get to have in for that slot. And as I mentioned, I do have a lot of them for mint sets. I haven't stowed away. I haven't taken them out separately and put them in 2x2s to store them in there, because they're just as cased up in the plastic case, in the cardboard case, and in the sleeve and everything that I have for those mint sets. So this right here is going to be my binder for my, as you would see, errors, attributes, stuff that goes on. I've got so many coins in here. I say that it's only 6 pages, but it's so many varieties of coins, like a wood grain penny. See if I can get this one out and show you up underneath. So a wood grain penny, you see the grain going through there? Flip it over, it's the same thing on the other side. Definitely a pretty wood grain penny. Found it out of a coin roll box. Hunting, take for instance, come over here to this grease strike. This is a severe grease strike. I've seen a lot of them that are missing letters and so forth, so on, but this one here looks like it was just molted. You see that? It's pretty wild. Pretty much just melted onto the coin there. 1996. I don't know about the reverse. Nope, just the obverse, but pretty cool. So that's going to be a grease strike through. I mean, you got die cracks, no FG69s, wide AM, clip planchets, floating roofs, DDOs. You can sometimes find these in boxes. Actually, we found this on the ground. JFK stamped 1973. You can also buy these too, but like I said, I found it on the ground. I was kind of blown away about it. Die cracks, DDOs, spinning horses, single layer coins. I got another wood grain. Actually, the wood grain quarters are pretty cool looking too. Let's see. There it is right there. Call it wood grain. Not on this other side though. Anyhow, like I said, this right here is a binder that I will put all of the chip in the hat, the chip on the lip. I'll probably have the no read, the reverse die clash, and then the DDO in there also. So the 2016, let me see, flip this over, get this closed up. Now this here is whenever I go through and I get, as you see, gold plated. Now the gold plated dollar that I just got the other day, I actually slotted it in the back right here. That's where it goes. So everything here is all the proofs that I get out of these boxes, or if I got one at this bank or whatnot. So that one's kind of messed up, need to redo the tagging on it, but it's a 74 proof. $50, all the nickel proofs that I get out of here, ton of the nicer nickels. Quarters the same way, got a ton of the proofs. I think I do put the silvers in here also, but anyhow, like I mentioned, just to show you that I do stack up a lot of these coins that I do get out of the coin roll boxes. Just to let you know exactly kind of what I have too, what I'm working with. The W's are also going to go in a binder. I think my W binder is right here. And then I have an extra binder here. This is all my foreign stuff. I've got another big bin of coins that's in there, booklets on top. So anyhow, just wanted to bring you in to show you what I got for the quarter roll hunt. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and touch the notifications also to let you know that I've got a new video coming. I usually try to do one every day or every other day. But anyhow, just wanted to bring you in. I hope y'all have a great day.